Bada bing, bada boom. Ladies and gentlemen, men and women, boys and girls from all around the world, we are live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And guess what? This is the day that the Lord has made, and we are rejoicing and glad in it. For those of you that are coming on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, welcome to the Ramon Preston Show. And just in case you don't know, let me let you know, I'm your host, Ramon Preston. Every Monday through Friday, we share information with you that is specifically and strategically designed to help you properly start, structure, and scale your businesses, your ministries, your income streams, and even your wealth building dreams. It's an honor for my team and I to always come to you Monday through Friday and share this information with you. And I want to say thank all of you. Thank you so much. We have over 5,200 subscribers right now on YouTube, and that number is continuing to grow every day, every week, and every month. Thank all of you who subscribe to our YouTube page. I want to say thank you to all of you who watch the Ramon Preston Show. We officially launched the Ramon Preston Show. We did a few test runs in December, and then January we were officially launched full-time, full-fledged, Monday through Friday. And ever since January, we've been showing up, with the exception of a few weeks of vacation or some unforeseen circumstances. Other than that, we've been showing up every week. And wow, what an amazing impact we have seen and response we have seen from our community. So for those of you that are watching on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed to Ramon Preston's YouTube page, please, sir, please, ma'am, as an extension of our family, make sure that you subscribe. It means the world to me and to my team. When we see the stats and the numbers, and we see the inboxes and the emails, and when we get text messages, and when we get questions from you via social media, it just means the world to us, because it's letting us know that, number one, you're watching, you're listening, and you're getting value from it. So thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Facebook family, I love you. I appreciate you. Make sure you visit YouTube and subscribe to the page. And so this week, ladies and gentlemen, you see it. I pulled that whiteboard out today. My team always laughing at me because they like, before the day is over with, you're going to figure out a way to get into that conference room. This is normally in our conference room. You're going to figure out a way to get in that conference room and get to that whiteboard. You know why? Because I love to learn. I love to train. I love to educate. I love to give people the game so that it can make you a better version of you, so that you can have a better version of your life in other areas like your business, your ministry, your finances. And so all week long, we've been talking about this thing called cash flow. And what I'm saying to you is that cash flow, this thing called cash flow is king, right? Cash flow is king. No disrespect to my queens, y'all. All right? This is not about gender. Cash flow is king. Meaning that, I got a lot I want to talk about today. When I say cash flow is king, here's what I mean. I mean, cash flow should be the most important thing on your agenda when it comes to your business and your finances. So even if you don't have a business, cash flow should be the most important thing on your agenda when it comes to your personal finances. If you got a business, you definitely shouldn't be focusing on nothing else but cash flow. And I'm explaining to you why, because I've already been sharing with you the last few days that there are 5 levels of cash flow. 5 levels. Some of you might remember them. If you don't, here they are. Number 1, the first level is income. Income is the first level of cash flow. Number 2 is cash. Number 3 is cash flow. Number 4 is a cash flow plan. And number 5 is a cash flow cycle. So even though there are 5 levels to cash flow, it's important for you to know that cash flow is what? Cash flow is king, meaning that cash flow should be the ruler. Cash flow should be the emperor. Cash flow should be the main thing. And if you're going to keep the main thing, you got to make sure cash flow is that main thing. So many entrepreneurs, so many, as Mark Cuban says, wantrepreneurs, so many solopreneurs, so many business owners today, they prioritize everything except the main thing. And the main thing should be cash flow. In other words, the main thing should be 5 levels: income, cash, cash flow plans, and cash flow cycles. Get it? It makes all the sense. Now, this morning we were reading some stats in our office about businesses, small businesses to be exact. Now, we pretty much know, and some of you may not know this, but I want to inform you that right here in America, we have over 31 million small businesses. Now, of course, it's probably 40 million if you count all the businesses that are not even on the radar. You know, a lot of people got side hustles. They ain't paying taxes. They ain't reporting it to the IRS. They ain't got no LLCs. They just doing what they doing under the table. So we might have 40 million small businesses. We're just talking about the businesses that the SBA know about, that the IRS knows about. We have 31 million businesses. But statistically, 82%, here's one of the statistics, 82% of businesses that fail, they fail simply because of cash flow problems. So think about that. If cash flow is king, why are 82% of businesses failing? 8 out of 10 businesses are failing. You know why? They have not prioritized cash flow. They don't see the importance of cash flow. They don't have information about why cash flow is important, and they don't see it as king. Everything else to these 82% business owners is more important, like getting a credit card. Let me get a trade line. Let me get a paydex score. Let me go find a hard money lender. Let me try to get a HELOC. All that might play a role at some point in the progression and in the success of your business. But I guarantee if we started unpacking just that one statistic, that 8 out of 10 businesses are failing because of cash flow. If we looked at the metrics, like if we looked at the books of these 82% of business owners, I guarantee a lot of those business owners have business credit cards. I guarantee a lot of those business owners have EIDL loans, SBA loans, PPP loans. A lot of them probably using their owner's personal credit cards. They may have gotten a loan from auntie, uncle, grandma, or their spouses, or they might be putting money from their jobs in their businesses. So it's not like 8 out of 10 businesses are failing because they don't have credit, or because they don't have loans, or because they don't have opportunities. They're failing because they have not prioritized this thing called cash flow. In other words, they're not focusing on income, cash flow plans, and cash flow cycles. This is why we need to have this conversation more and more. Now listen, if you are in our business coaching community, you have access to our online training platform. It is an on-demand, interactive platform where you can learn 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's called the Blueprint Game Plan. If you are a member of our coaching program, we give you access to this Blueprint Game Plan for free 99. For free 99. You get access to it for 1 year for free. It's a $1,500 to $2,500 program, which soon is going to be going up because we're getting ready to add about 15 more programs and like hundreds of videos to it. We're getting ready to expand our Blueprint Game Plan. But as it is right now, it's a $1,500 to $2,500 1 year program. But our coaching members have access to it. So if you're in our coaching program, or if you have paid for the Blueprint Game Plan, you have access to this information. Like one of the courses in that program is called Creative Cash Flow Strategies. And I literally teach you all of this. I teach you the fundamentals of cash, why cash is important. I help you understand the meaning of money, the purpose of money. We explain the difference between income and cash flow. And we show you how to literally find new money so that you can prioritize your cash flow. I'm not going to be talking about that today, even though I wanted to give you those stats. Today, I want to talk about 5 steps to create a cash flow plan. Like I want to show you how to create a cash flow plan. How do you create a cash flow plan? That's what I want to talk about today. So I want to give you 5 steps to creating a cash flow plan. Now, I need my eraser too. Can you grab me an eraser? So I want to give you these 5 steps. And again, having a cash flow plan is step 4 in the 5 steps. All right. So if you look at the 5 levels, if you look at the 5 levels of cash flow, a cash flow plan is actually step 4 of those 5, a level 4 of those 5 levels. So we have income, that's level 1. We have cash, that's level 2. We have cash flow, that's level 3. And then we have a cash flow plan, level 4, and then a cash flow cycle, level 5. So those are the 5 levels of cash flow. Level 4 is what? It is a cash flow plan, a cash flow plan. So a cash flow plan has 5 steps. All right, I'm gonna give you all 5. Hopefully you can see them on the board. And if you can't, guess what? You can always go back and you can rewatch this video. And hopefully you are going to go to the Blueprint Game Plan. Click on what did I say? Creative Cash Flow Strategies. I have so many courses that we have on there and so many that I'm putting on there. I don't even always remember them. But let me just show you. I'm going to the platform right now behind me. If you look over my shoulder, this is the Blueprint Game Plan. Here are the courses. This is as easy as it gets right here. So where is the course? Creative Cash Flow, right here. Creative Cash Flow Strategies. So when you click on that course, just that course alone, I'm teaching you creative cash flow strategies. I'm showing you things that stop your cash flow, the basics of cash and cash flow. Like I teach all this in our programs. I always try to tell people who ask about our Blueprint Game Plan, I always try to tell them that, because we have people that call us sometime and they say, well, I just want to learn about the holding company. So I just want to take that one course out of your Blueprint Game Plan. But as a professional consultant and a coach, I'm actually doing you a disservice as a paid customer and client if I just let you buy the holding company course. You know why? Because once you start your holding company, guess what the next problem is you're going to have? You're going to have cash flow problems. You're going to have tax problems. You're going to have accounting problems. You're going to have other marketing problems, sales problems. So I don't want to piece people to death or, like nitpick you. Oh, buy this and then buy that and buy this and buy that. No, you need to buy the whole program. You need to have access to the whole program so that as you build a solid infrastructure the right way, when things come up that are needed to be added, you have access to that information. You have access to those resources. Even with the real estate investing, we add the real estate investing into our Blueprint Game Plan because at some point in you getting cash flow, because you got a cash flow plan and you work in the steps, at some point you're going to want to invest in real estate. Even if it's not real estate, you're going to want to understand the concept of investing, even if the object of real estate is not what you want to invest in. So we want to talk about 5 steps to create a cash flow plan. How do you create a cash flow plan? Here's the first step. You need to, this is a big word right here, synchronize. Can you see it? Synchronize. You see I done pulled out the whiteboard. We in here hanging out. Synchronize. I'm going to give you all 5. You need to set up. I'm going to explain all 5. Number 3, you need to set aside. But tell the truth, when I be on that whiteboard, I be teaching some stuff.
Do. And you in your
I be
zone.
spitting some game.
You do. You in your zone.
I be spitting some game.
And you gotta wanna.
You should see how they be looking when we in the conference room and I be standing up the whole time at the board. They be over there with their calculators out. They be taking notes. One be typing, the other writing. I mean, it's like,
I'm right.
okay, we in school all over again. Number 4, store for a score. And then number 5, I bet my wife is going to love number 5. This is actually in the course. She might not even remember it. Sow into flows. That's actually one step. That's her favorite. My wife loves to sow. She's a sower now.
Yeah, she do.
My wife loves to sow. Loves to sow. So when she sent me the number, you know, every morning she'll give me the numbers and let me know where we at. And so I don't know, was it maybe yesterday or the day before when she sent me the numbers, them numbers look different. I was like, dog, the numbers done changed. We worked hard, I know, the last week or two. What happened? And so she had like this long explanation, like what had happened was, so she started going through the list of everybody she been sewing into, and I'm like, well, dog. She was like, well, I figured it was you would be okay with it. I was like, of course I'm okay with it, but I'm like, my wife be sewing, man. She sold way more than me. Like, she said, I sold right in the Starbucks.
But you good, Dad.
Yeah, I do so, but she be on top of it though. She loves sewing.
Saturday we're gonna do good so we can go to lunch.
Yeah, y'all better. You better. No, that's next Saturday. You talking about for the boot camp?
Yeah.
So I hope you wrote those down. Did you write those down? So there are 5 steps. There are 5 steps to create a cash flow plan. Now remember, if we go through the 5 levels of cash flow, it starts with income, because what? Income is your number 1 wealth building tool. You gotta focus on your income. If you've been doing your homework this week, you should have taken the time. And guess what? Guess what, y'all? Just so that you can know that I'm not hypocritical. Guess what I redid this week? I went back and looked at my income for the last 6 weeks, just to know that I did it because I'm telling everybody else to do it. I'm not hypocritical.
Yeah.
I don't like to cap and say, oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And it's like, I'm telling you to do it and I'm not willing to do it. Right. No, I actually went back for the last 6 weeks to see what my income was, where did all my income go, how much was left, and where exactly were the percentages. Like, what was the percentage of my income that went to bills, necessities, what percentage of my income went to recreation, and what percentage of my income went to just old things that don't even matter no more. It's just, and I don't really have any debt, so I don't have debt. My wife and I are debt free, but we used to have debt, and a large portion of our income was going to debt because we had a lot of debt. We had, oh my God, a lot of debt. I don't even want to get into that conversation. But let's talk about the 5 steps to create a cash flow plan.
I'm very interested here in number 4.
You're interested in number 4? Yeah. Store for a score?
Yeah.
Good. All right, well, let's look at the first one. Number 1, you need to synchronize.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by synchronize? Here's what I mean by synchronize. You need to synchronize. Synchronize means to bring together. Like if we're all in the same office every day, we're all what? Synchronized. Because we're all doing different things, but they're all for the same overall purpose. We're all looking to win. We're all looking to get to the next level. We're all looking to take care of our families. We're all looking to build legacies. So we have to be what? Synchronized. So the first step to creating a cash flow plan, if you want to like have a plan in place that guarantees you're always creating cash flow, the first step to that plan is you have to synchronize. Here's what I want you to put down, and I guess I can erase this. Synchronize. Y'all should have wrote that down. Synchronize all income strategies. So you have to synchronize all income strategies. Now, if you listen to me, if you take advice from me and you're learning from me on our university platform, what you're gonna learn is there are certain cash flow strategies that I teach. One of the strategies is called the sell-off strategy. The sell-off strategy, that's one. The other strategy is called the scale strategy. This is items. The sell-off strategy is about items. The scale strategy is about your time and your effort. And then we have, I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget, the service strategy. This is about your skill sets. And then we have the shift strategy. This is typically your W-4 form when you shift your W-4 form. So for those of you who are W-2 employees, that's one of the strategies you're going to use. One of the strategies you're going to use, how powerful is that one strategy, that income shifting strategy? For people who work jobs and are W-2 employees, one of the first strategies we give them is go back and revisit your W-4, and if you have like 0, 1, or 2 dependents, put that number up to about 9 so that all the federal income taxes that's coming out of your pay stub every pay period, that it starts showing up in your net. A lot of people see anywhere from 2, this is like a 200, to some cases it could be up to $1,000 difference a month. Most people see an average of $200 a month more in their net than their gross, because they're taking their federal income taxes and they're shifting their W-4 form. I know some people who have seen $600, $800, and even $1,000 a month coming back into their net pay, their take-home pay, because they're not paying in, they're not allowing the business they work for to withhold their federal income taxes. Now, you might not be able to get around the Social Security and all those other things, but as a W-2 employee, that's a strategy. For those of you that are not W-2 employees, how can you use the income shifting strategy? Well, number one, if you are 1099, you need to shift that 1099 into an EIN, meaning that if you are a network marketer, if you are an insurance agent, or if you are some type of independent business owner that you're using your Social Security number and you're getting a 1099, you need to shift that Social Security number with a 1099 into an EIN number. That's a strategy, because to some extent you're making money if you're lowering your tax liability. Think about it. If you're lowering your tax liability, by default, you're giving yourself more cash flow to do other things with, or free money to do other things with. So the service strategy is about you using your skill set. Like some of you work 5 days a week, and you can do hair 1 day a week that you off. You could do hair, you could cut grass, you can babysit pets or kids. You could probably pick up $100 or $200 extra a week just by providing a service to people. Like when I didn't have my own business, when I was living in Florida before me and my wife got married, days that I was off, I was going to people's restaurants. I would wash dishes for them, like local restaurants. I used to do that with Auntie. I used to go to her restaurant, make her gravy for her, and, you know, cook some things for her. I would go to local restaurants and do things like that. People I had a relationship with. I would cut grass. I would do anything. I would go to the flea market with $100 and go buy some stuff and go back in the hood and try to sell it for $150. I was flipping stuff. That's service. I'm providing a service. Scale is about your time and your effort. So when you are already in a field doing something, how can you add more time and more effort to that? How can you do that? Like, for example, you could be a real estate agent and you could be making a little money, right, as a real estate agent. So how can you do more scale as a real estate agent? Add more time or add more effort. Maybe you hire an assistant and tell the assistant, I'm only going to be able to pay you this much, but here's what I need you to do. I need you to cold call. I need you to do some, what we call it, bird dogging, like riding around looking for properties that have for sale by owners so they can get an agent. We can talk to them about us representing them. And you could give them a piece of the commission. So now their incentive is not just a paycheck, but also a commission. That's always a strategy. The sell-off strategy is really the easiest one. What do you mean the sell-off strategy? Sell off everything that ain't bolted down. And if you can unbolt it and go sell it. Sell everything. Like if I really, really needed money, you wouldn't see all these MacBooks in this office. I'll sell all these jokers. I'll sell the lights. I'll sell the camera. I'll be doing the show on the phone. If I need money, I'll sell. If the tables can be sold, I'll sell the tables. I'll sell the bag. Anything. I'll be going to y'all office looking around. You got anything here we can sell? We need us a hot $5 right now, or 10 grand. I'll sell the TV screen, the monitor. I wouldn't care. It's a sell-off. It's a sell-off. It's a strategy. So the first step in creating a cash flow plan is you need to what? You need to synchronize. So you need to create all these income strategies and work them. I'm telling you, if you don't listen to what I'm saying and do it, you're not going to see results. I don't even get upset at people. I really don't. Even though I click sometime and be going in, I just do that to rile you up. I don't be around here mad and upset because people ain't winning. Hey, if you want to lose, lose. That's on you. It ain't going to change my situation. But what I'm telling you is the first step in creating a cash flow plan is you have to synchronize. You got to take sell-off strategies. So that means you got to look for stuff you can go sell today. Is there anything you got right now today that you think you can go sell and make a couple $100s? Because ain't no way in this world you around here, like for example, you want to join the coaching program. Man, I need access to that blueprint game plan Ramon got. I need to learn how to get my holding company fixed. But you got $6,000-7,000 worth of stuff sitting around. Go sell it. Let those items finance your education and training. Or you need to get some inventory for your business and you ain't got no money. Man, I just wish I had a loan. You can't be hung up on one strategy. You got to synchronize all income strategies together. So that's the first step, synchronize. Got it? All right. Y'all know that board that Uncle G got? I seen a pastor with that board.
You gonna get one.
I seen a pastor with that. It's a Google board. I got it on my computer. It costs some money now.
How much?
About $5 or $6 grand, I think.
It must be.
The only reason why I didn't buy it yet, because I just wanted somebody else to trick me into getting it. So I'm like, I'm
not tricking you.
I'm gonna pull it up one meeting when I got all y'all here with my COO here too.
Well,
when she's in the house, I'm gonna pull it up. When she come in today, I might pull up and be like, hey y'all, look, I can get rid of all these monitors. I can get rid of this and this if I had that. And it lets you write on it. And you don't have to use an eraser. You can literally use your hand. I seen a pastor with it. I was like, you know what? That might be a sign from God. I need that.
No, it's not. No, that's
It's a Google. I don't know what it's called, but I got it downloaded.
a sign from God.
It's nice because Uncle G got one. I seen him using it for the last couple years. But when I seen a pastor with one, I was like, now that's cold. The pastor was up there like preaching and teaching, and he had it, and he was like doing his thing, because it's like a fake eraser where you're literally writing on the screen. It's cold. You could browse the internet from it. You could do everything. I wouldn't even need this.
Let me help you, because
I wouldn't even need this, because one of y'all could actually, I think, Bluetooth or something, or have access to it. And if I need something pulled up, either from my computer, you could just pull it up. She like you, because I ain't finna be around here. So number one is what? This first step is synchronize. What are you synchronizing? You're synchronizing every opportunity. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, do you see what's going on in this pandemic? Do you see what's going on with businesses? If you're not seeing it, right? If you don't understand what's happening economically in the United States of America, please don't wait until you do see it. Because once you really, really see what's going on, you're not going to be able to change it that much. You might be stuck. You want to be on the right side of history. So I would encourage you, the first step of a cash flow plan is for you to synchronize all income strategies. Whatever can't be bolted down, go sell it and turn it into liquid cash. All right? I mean, everything. If you got retirement, I might have to talk about that tomorrow or Friday. How many of y'all seen the new article out about Social Security? It just came out.
What is that?
We already knew it, but now they're starting to say it, that Social Security is going to be bankrupt because of COVID. So everybody's paying into Social Security. You're not going to have it when you retire. It ain't going to be no such thing because ain't no money.
Oh, wow.
So now they're starting to talk about it more publicly because they're realizing due to COVID that the money you're paying into Social Security right now, that money is not being reinvested.
Wow.
See, these are the things nobody's talking about.
See?
Social Security, but they're not the only ones.
Oh.
A lot of these 401k pension plans and retirement plans, you swear up and down that money there until you find yourself with a Lehman Brothers. Remember in 2008 when Lehman Brothers collapsed, you know how many hundreds of billions of dollars were tied into them through endowments and through like funds and through retirement groups, and all these people were paying into these plans only to realize their money was gone. Y'all better stop playing. Cash out, get that liquid cash, synchronize every cash flow opportunity to liquidate your life so that you can become illiquid, but in another way that you control. All right? So synchronize. Here's the second step. Second step is you must, number 2, you must set up. What do you need to set up? Here's what you need to set up. You need to set up personal and business accounting systems. When I tell you like 2 or 3 years from now, people are going to look back and say, man, this dude was teaching us stuff years ahead. So you need to set up personal and business accounting systems. So if you're setting up a personal accounting system, you can use mint.com. Mint is a free personal financial management app. Why do you want a personal accounting system? You want to know how much money you're personally spending. And remember, as you build your cash flow up, you want to put your cash flow in cash flow cycles. You don't want to just keep a whole lot of cash sitting up somewhere. And you don't want all this money coming into you personally that you're going to be personally taxed on. You want that money going to your business, but your business being able to recycle that money even before it hits you. You get what I'm saying? Because now it's an expense, it's an investment for your business. It may be a non-taxable event within your business. You want all that to happen in your business. So you want to live on as less as possible. Me and my wife could be making a ton of money personally. We could be bringing home a whole lot of cash personally. As a matter of fact, out of all of our bank accounts, my wife and I, we got a whole lot of bank accounts. Guess what bank account is the lowest bank account?
What?
A personal bank account.
Yeah.
Because we don't need that much money in it.
Gotcha.
We pay our bills. We have a little money to live. We sow our seeds. We pay our tithes. And guess what? Everything else is going to wait until money ain't a problem.
Period.
Because where is that money going? That money is in another system, moving and manifesting new cash flow. So the second step to create a cash flow plan is set up a personal and business accounting system. So for your personal accounting system, it will be Mint. For business, I use QuickBooks. I teach people about QuickBooks. As a matter of fact, finally, I'm an ambassador for QuickBooks. So we actually have a link that we can give you for our QuickBooks ambassadors program so that you can get a good discount. All right, so you want to set up a personal and a business accounting system, and here's what else you want to set up: a personal and business bank account. So for those of you, even if you don't have a business set up yet, you need this. If you don't have a business set up and you're still a 1099 network marketer, Oh my God, I just hate when people are so arrogant and prideful, like they know what they're doing. All of you who are independent contractors, you're network marketers, you're 1099s, stop thinking you know it all and listen to business people. You're not a business. You are a person doing business as. Which means when you get that 1099, who is that 1099 coming to? Is it coming to you, business owner, or is it coming to a real entity? It's coming to you. You're just using fake names on social media, making people think you're a business owner. You're not a business owner. You're working in a business system, but you're not a business owner. So if you are an independent contractor, you need to go from Social Security number to EIN. You got to make that transition. And if you don't know how to properly start a LLC, especially the way we teach on how to start a holding company, then you need some help with that. But you want to set up bank accounts. Why do you want bank accounts set up? Here's why. You want to be able to store your liquid cash for cash flow opportunities. So all the money that I got sitting in bank accounts, that money ain't going to be there forever. That money is going to be there until I have solid, stable, sustainable cash flow opportunities that I can drop that money in. Period. What did I tell y'all today? In terms of staff, we need to go from 5 to 10, at least. Yeah. I really want to go from 5 to 40, 4.5. Moan, he half. I want to go from 4 to 45, but at least 10. Well, you got to have money to do that. You got to have current money, and you got to have new money coming in. You got to create opportunities. Well, how are we going to create opportunities? Well, we tripling down, quadrupling down on what we're doing, and we dumping money into it and making sure we got the right systems, making sure our brand is polished, making sure our team is working processes that's code and like perfect. You got to go through that. So number 2 is set up business and personal accounting systems and bank accounts. So if you are an independent contractor and you cannot set up a business account just yet, you need to get your LLC started. You need to get your LLC started so you can start running all your independent contracting through a business. All right? We want to create business opportunities, not just independent contracting opportunities. So that was number 2. Number three is set aside. Mm-hmm. Is that how you spell set aside? Aside? Oh, wow, that word just looks funny. I don't use that word a lot. Set aside. Set aside. What are you setting aside? You're setting aside at least a minimum. This is not for cash flow opportunities. You're setting aside at least 10% of cash for discretion. 10%. Or let me reword it. 10% of your income, not for your tithe. 10% of income for discretionary cash. That's the proper way to say it. So that ain't your tithe. So that means, watch this, all the money that I bring in as income, 20% of that doesn't even exist in my head. Because 10% I'm paying my tithes. What I ain't finna do is take that tithe and try to trick myself into thinking that's discretionary income. No. My tithe belong to God. I believe in tithing. Me and my wife know what tithing, and really my wife, she puts way more money into sowing because she pay her tithes. She gonna sow seeds. She gonna give offerings. She got like 3 or 4 things she got to do. So she gonna take 10% for tithe. She gonna probably take about 5 or 10% for offerings, and then she gonna have like another 5% for seeds. Yeah, she up in the 20s and 30s, man. She is like,
she's 20.
Sometimes I be like, honey, I could use a little bit of them. Give me like 3% of that. She like, we're not sowing into ourselves. We're sowing into other people. So anyway, you want to set aside. So that means whatever your income is, you want to make sure 10%, if you save, 10% should be going to tithing. And I'm going to be 100 with some of y'all. The reason why you ain't got no money because you don't tithe. Period. Some of y'all broke right now, and your mindset is broke because you don't pay tithes. The Bible says God will open the windows of heaven. Well, what if the windows of heaven, what if, here's a good footnote. What if the windows of heaven ain't like some real window opening up? What, my phone? What happened?
Where's your charger?
Oh, my charger. Right there. You can use this plug right here. But you're going to have to add, you're going to have to switch that plug out. That's my phone plug. What if the windows of heaven, y'all, what if, think about this, the windows of heaven. He said in Malachi 3, I'll open the windows of heaven so you won't have room enough to receive. But what if the windows of heaven are your windows here? Some people closed off from being able to get to the next level because they don't pay their tithes. Because I'm going to tell you what happens when you pay your tithes and you sow seeds and give, if it does nothing else for you, it makes you think. You ever gave so much and you was like, whew, Lord, I hope that works. It opens your windows, don't it? Right? You ever had pastors say, I know you done paid your tithes, but some of y'all need to really do something crazy, and then you get like that last 100 and you like, man, this gas and food for the week. Man, I need my phone now. This is my $90 phone bill. And then you sow it, but guess what happens? It opens your mind to, man, how can I get new money? How can I figure out like what's coming? It opens you up. So some of y'all who are saved, stop playing with God. Stop playing with God. Stop trying to think you tricking him out of something. The reason why you got holes in your pocket because you don't pay your tithes. I don't care what nobody say. I'm from the streets. I didn't grow up in the church. But once I got saved and got in the church and I realized this is the principle that people live by economically in the Bible, I was like, that's it, 10%? I was like, bet. God gonna bless my other 90? Now, it done been a whole lot of times I ain't seen nothing, but guess what? It always elevated my mind. So you want to set aside 10% of your income for discretionary cash. You got to start doing that. And a lot of times what that does for you is it helps discipline you to compartmentalize your operations. All right? It disciplines you. Because what you have to learn is you have to learn. Here is a principle. There's a good book. I think the book is called The Richest Man in Babylon. And in that book, he teaches that principle. And here's what he says. He calls it the pay it yourself first principle. Pay yourself first. Because what he teaches is you have to get in the discipline of paying yourself for the work that you're doing. And stop robbing yourself. Think about how many people get your income and you don't get none of it. Think about that. And it's real sad if everything you get paid right now goes out and none of it goes to you or God. That's real sad. Think about that. There are people right now who make income, and let me tell you what happens to their income. Bills, stupid stuff, crazy family, a little bit of food, gas, and guess who ain't on the list? God or you. This should be first. That should be second. It should be God, you, and it shouldn't even be stupid stuff, crazy family. It shouldn't be none of that. It should be God, it should be income, God, you, then bills. When you do that, guess what's going to happen? You're going to realize you don't have a debt problem. Guess what kind of problem you might have? Oh my God. Well, I can't pay my tithes and put 10% aside for me and have enough for my bills. You know why? You need more income. Now you got to go back to the first step, synchronize. You're not doing enough things to increase your income. Well, I don't know how to increase my income. I don't know how to get out there and make money. Well, now you need to learn. You need to educate yourself. So number 3 is what? Set aside. Okay, here's number 4. This is the one you wanted, right?
Yes.
Store for a score.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Store for a score. Place all your extra cash. All your extra cash. Place it all. All the new money you get as new income, place it into your cash flow account for a score, not for forced savings. I'm not talking about savings account right here. I'm talking about storing for a score. I'm going to put money aside that I can start dumping back into a cash flow cycle. That's what I'm going to do. See, remember I told y'all a couple weeks ago I needed some money for certain things?
Yeah.
But because I set my mind on it, like me and Mom, we got a couple deals that's lined up that we working on that will exceed that number. Just 2 deals, really 1. It will exceed that number.
Wow.
And because I set my mind forward, guess what I started doing? I went back to step 1. I started synchronizing. Man, let me see where I can find new money. Because I need to find new money. Because I got new things that I want to do and I need to find new money for it. Or I could be lazy and say, man, let me just go and get some of that savings. And you know what? I'll just get a credit card for this. No, you're being lazy.
Yeah.
Create new money. So storing for a score is about you placing all extra cash. So let's say if you change your W-4 form and you get $200 or $400 or $500 extra every month coming into your net, why are you going to go blow that money? You should be pushing that money aside and saying, okay, some of this money is going to go for paying off some of my old debt. Some of this money is going to go for putting up for me. And some is going to go into a cash flow account where I'm just storing that. So what is a cash flow account? Well, it could be your bank account, your business bank account. It could be your business bank account. Just drop it in your business bank account. That's all you need to do. Like if people paying you for your services, drop it in a certain account. All right. So you want to store for a score. This is a score. This is not you creating a forced savings account. That's why some people like to get their income tax check every month. You know why? It's forced savings because they're not disciplined enough. So instead of them disciplining themselves, educating themselves, learning, guess what they do? They just give it to the IRS for a whole year. Because I don't want to be owing Uncle Sam. Well, no, you're just being lazy. That's what it is. Because you're not going to owe Uncle Sam. Amazon didn't pay taxes. Trump didn't pay taxes. Most major corporations who are not lazy and who are informed and educated and who do their due diligence every day don't pay taxes. You know why? Because they are putting forth the effort. So store for a score. You got to place all extra cash from new income. From new income. Not taking money out of your savings account and saying, I'm going to put it over here. Okay, you can do that, but don't just live off that. And don't say, oh, I'm going to get a credit card and I'm going to do an advance on it. I'm going to swipe it on my Stripe card and then I'm going to push that money over to my bank account. You can do that, but now you're going to be with a monthly payment as well. It's not really new income. It's just you moving debt from one area to another area and you still owe that debt. We're talking about new income, making new money, creating new money opportunities. So you want to take that new income, place it into your cash flow accounts for storing, not for forced savings. Because if you put money aside that you saying, oh, this is for a score, but you know deep down in your heart it's for savings, you're forcing a savings account, what's going to happen when you have an opportunity to do something big? You're not going to do it. You know why? Man, I ain't going to take money out my savings. No, I thought it was for a score. You're going to miss the score because you didn't put that money aside for a score. You have to set yourself up mentally and financially for the score. Like I've been preparing myself for certain real estate deals. Oh my God, probably for a year. And I could tell I'm getting closer to it because I'm starting to see potential opportunities more and more But think about all the education and training I had to get just within the last couple years. And really, I've been preparing for it for the last couple years. But think about all the money I had to put in. I just dropped like $5,000-$6,000 a month or so ago just for the purpose of getting information on real estate and learning some things and putting myself in certain rooms. I just spent it in and out the door. It probably cost me like $6 or $7 grand in terms of my flight, my hotel, my food, my registration, my VIP this and VIP that. It was like $6-7 grand. Guess what? I had that set aside in an account, not for savings. It was set aside in an account for the purpose of me learning commercial real estate and putting myself in a position to find a good deal. That's how you store for a score. Mentally, you got to do it that way. And number 5, ladies and gentlemen, I got a 1 o'clock appointment, so I got to go. Make sure my appointment ain't calling me. Okay? Bada bing, bada boom. He texts me. He'll be here at 1:30. Bada bing, bada boom.
That's good.
Yeah. I just had that feeling. I had that feeling. I had that feeling that I might have got the text. That's why I looked at my phone. Oh, by the way, y'all, is this a good shameless plug? We got us some new water bottle tumblers. These are signature RP water bottle tumblers. Yes, signature RP. So, you know, we have an online store. We have a lot of products on our online store. I don't talk a lot about it, but all of the next level gear that we wear, we have a RP signature brand on that store. We have a next level collection, RP signature collection, and we have a JC Clancy collection, and we're starting to add new items and inventory to our store. So visit RamonPrestonBrands.com. It ain't nothing but some alkaline water in here. RamonPrestonBrands.com. What? Do y'all like yours? Yeah? You got a purple one. You got a teal. She got a blue one. I know Mon gonna be like, when I'm gonna get mine? And you already said Kelly them gonna be like, So these are like 40 ounce. You hear that? Yeah, they're like titanium. They're real solid, real good, real nice. So go get your mug. It's gonna cost you now. You're gonna pay to play with RP. Believe that. But one thing about it, when you show up with this, it's kind of like showing up with, if you show up with a designer item or Faded Glory. If I show up with something that says Faded Glory, you're going to know, oh, he must have went to Walmart. They don't sell Faded Glory no more? Oh, wow.
Why are you lazy?
I'm real late.
Faded Glory.
All right, so number 5, ladies and gentlemen, the 5th step. You need to sow into flows. Sow into flows. Some of you are watching me right now. Okay, we have a coaching program. It's a 1-year coaching program for $5,000. Yes, we do offer payment plans. But let's just say if you have $5,000 that you could go find. You can go pick up right now. If you got $5,000 you can go pick up, and you know you want to have a holding company, you want to start your LLC, you want to restructure it, you want to learn about sales, you need to figure out how to create products and services and price them. You need a coach, you need a consultant, you need support. Why would you hold that $5,000 and stay stuck? Like, do you understand the logic behind that? Do you understand the logic behind that? Like, you have the money to change your situation, but you can't see past the $5,000. It's crazy. It's crazy. I love that conversation we had with the young man that we got an appointment with today, who's most likely going to purchase our coaching program, him and his father. Yeah. But I like his mindset, because he was like, man, I listen to you all the time. Me and my boys, we listen to you on YouTube. But he was like, I know we can learn a lot on YouTube, but I want to buy your program. He was like beating our door down, wasn't he? He was like, man, I done sent you messages on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. I done text you, emailed you, and he was calling in. He had called a couple times while we was in the office. He was like, no, I want to spend my money because I know, just based on listening to you on social media, I know you got what I need. He was like, I want to get to that next level and I need that. What he wanted to do was sow into flows. Yeah. You got to get this mindset. And if you're a Christian, if you're in the church, you should know how to sow. Church people don't know how to sow, a lot of them. A lot of Christians don't know how to sow. So what do you mean, Ramon, sow into flows? Here is what I mean. Plant your cash into things that get you closer to wealth. Does that make sense? Plant your cash into things that get you closer to wealth. I was just conversing with someone in Miami today, one of my favorite places to go, right? Second home. And while we were conversing, they were like, man, I miss you. And I'm like, I miss y'all. And it's only been like 3 weeks since I've been there. I was there like 2 or 3 times back to back over the course of a month, right? And I was like, well, I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. And then I'll see y'all again in October, the second week in October. And then we started conversing. And I was like, you know what? I might see y'all in a couple weeks, sooner than that. Like I might be back twice this month because I want to what? I want to sow into flows. What did I just tell y'all yesterday? Now I had this conversation today, but just yesterday I remember telling y'all, one of y'all I was telling y'all this to yesterday, that I want to, I think we got in the car when we left yesterday. I was telling her, I want to really build some strong relationships with people in Miami. I've been going there for the last couple months, but now I want to expand. I want to build relationships. And so today, just conversing with somebody, I saw an opportunity. They ain't say nothing to me. Now I know this is going to cost me about $5 or $6 grand to show up to this event that I know they're a part of. And I was thinking, I need to sow that. That's $5, $6 grand, but that might be $1 million opportunity. That's how I look at it. I'm not thinking about the $5 or $6 grand. And some of y'all like, yeah, but you got $5 or $6 grand. You might have it too. What'd you say? You might have it too. You might just not want to touch it or use it. Well, all I got is scared money don't make no money. So you want to plant your cash into flows that move you closer to wealth. So what are some of those flows? Education. The RP, what is that? RP business coaching program. That's a flow, because that's gonna get you closer to your wealth. What is another flow? I'm gonna give you another flow. What are some other flows? Some other flows is proximity. That's why I know that brother gonna make that move today. Did you hear what he said? Mm-hmm. How you spell proximity? Whew, I'm struggling. Prox. Did you hear what the brother said yesterday? He was like, how much does it cost? He was asking me, like, remember you came in on the call? And you was like, well, just go ahead then, sign up, pay for it. He was like, I'm ready now. How much do it cost for me to be able to fly down there? I'll pay my flight. I just want to show up and I want to sit in front of you. I want to get that game. Guess what he wanted to sow into? Proximity. How much does it cost for me to get closer to you? Everybody who works for Ramon Preston Enterprises, I actually did the same thing. Yeah, because I'm like, I need y'all real close to me. Y'all good. Shoot, I'm like, I'm tired of like hitting missing. Because she started, what, 1 day a week? Well, you always been like a personal assistant. But you was like a fish of 15 years, like for free. But then when we started really grinding in the business and she started leaning over there, it was like once a day. That happened for like 1 week or two. And I was like, Man, you the same way. We had all these business deals. We had contracts. We were renewing them contracts. And finally, when you dropped the bomb, you wanted to sow into flows. You was like, I want to work with a Fortune 500 company. I want to get there. In other words, I want to sow into flows. And guess what? I do the same thing. People I want to be around, I'll sow into it. It don't matter, because I want to put my money where my mouth is. What are some other flows you can sow into? I'm going to give y'all a couple more before I go. Y'all put in the comments your biggest takeaway today. What did you hear today that was like, ooh, the aha moment? That's like the Oprah. What was your aha moment? What is another flow you can sow into? Here's another flow. Staff. Hire somebody. One of the best things I've gotten out of hiring people, like literally hiring people, is the excitement and the motivation that I get from knowing that people are expecting me to show up and lead them to the next level, and that I'm held accountable on a higher standard because I can't get lazy. I can't get comfortable because I got people around me that's going to be like, dog, you tapping out? You through? That's it? You talking crazy. So that's like a seed you're sowing into having the right people around you. Not just people that are mentoring and coaching you, but people who are actually working with you. You can also sow into systems. You can sow into systems. Everything you use for your business don't have to be free. Now, I know I could be absurd because I just pay for it without even looking to see if it's a freebie. But my point is, you have to sow into systems and processes. Maybe you need to sow into having a consulting firm help you put together the systems and the processes. Hey, and maybe everything I'm saying doesn't even make sense to you. I don't know. But I want you to put in the comments what your biggest takeaway was. And tomorrow I'm gonna try to get to I ain't gonna try. I hate saying I'm gonna try. Tomorrow, somehow, some way, between tomorrow and tomorrow and Friday, we'll get to how to create a cash flow cycle, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about some of the statistics that I shared with you. So for all of you that you are not a part of a business and training program, all of you who do not have a mentor, you do not have a coach, you do not have a consultant, you just don't have that in your life, I want you to text the word coaching. If you're really eager to grow your cash flow, to grow yourself, to grow your business or your ministry, especially if you're in ministry. I want to help pastors and ministers so much. I want to serve the church and the faith community, but I'm really working diligently to create enough streams and lanes for pastors and church leaders to get in. I know sometimes it can be uncomfortable when you're committed to growing your church or building your outreach or, just creating a foundation for your ministry, but it's going to require you learning and understanding a lot of these concepts about business, about organization, about leadership, about corporate systems, accounting systems, marketing, sales, even if you're not selling products and services in your nonprofit, but it's still a form of sales when you're getting donations and you need people to sponsor you. And for those of you that are in business, you need a business coach. Like, you're going to look back one day and say, man, he always said we did. Because I don't know if I really believed it until I got one and until I became one. Because I used to always hear people say that, especially in real estate. Like when I used to go to a lot of real estate meetings and seminars and networking events and investors clubs, like almost always, whoever was the speaker, the keynote, they would always get up there and at some point they would say, somebody would ask a question, so how do I get started? Like, what do I need to do to get my first deal? And almost all the time they will say, you need a mentor. You need a coach. You need to get under somebody's wing. You don't need to try to do it by yourself. You need to get people that's willing to work with you. And they're not going to work with you or mentor you if you're not paying to be a part of their programs. And I used to think, that's a good sales pitch. Until I realized everything they said was true. And once I realized that, and not only got coaches and consultants and mentors, but became the very thing I was willing to get into and sow into, I realized that there's no other way. It's actually no other way. Here's a good note I want to leave with y'all before I go. I heard our rich uncle say it, and I'm going to use it. Him and a couple other people I heard say it. Here's what they said. Business is a contact sport. Think about that. Business is a contact sport. So you have to be in contact with people. You got to connect with people. You got to get out of your comfort zone. So for those of you that would like to be a part of our one-year business coaching program while it lasts for a limited time, we're giving you access to 52 weeks of live Zoom coaching calls in this program. You get 1 year access to our Blueprint Game Plan, our online training program. You get a free initial one-on-one coaching session with me for about 2 hours. You get access to our quarterly coaching masterminds and our quarterly workshops. Both events are in-person or virtual events, so that's a total of 8 events you get access to throughout that 1 year program. You're going to learn about sales, marketing, holding companies, financial systems, executive systems. You're going to learn pretty much everything you need to learn to have a successful business. And so I want you to take that into consideration. If you need more information, all you need to do is text the word coaching to 404-478-7213. Text the word coaching to 404-478-7213. Even if you just want to know more information, I'll be more than happy. My team will be more than happy to share more information about our program with you. If you want to know more about our Blueprint Game Plan, we add it to our coaching program, but it's also a separate program that you can purchase. It's the online version. If you go to RamonPrestonUniversity.com, our website, our main portal, this is our platform. You can see all the prices, all the benefits. You can literally go to the Blueprint Game Plan and click on the courses and see like what all the courses are that we get access to. You can see the documents, the forms, the PDFs, the contracts. Like we give you a library of information, video training, documents, forms. We're setting you up for success. So text the word coaching to 404-478-7213. And don't forget to visit Ramon Preston Brands. Let me see if I can pull that up. Ramon Preston Brands. How do I pull it up? I go to Ramon Preston Enterprises. You can actually go to RamonPreston.com and it'll take you to all of our websites. Here it is right here. Ramon Preston RP Brands. That's Pastor. What up, bro? I'm getting ready to get off the live.
That's your wife.
Wow. Oh, hey, honey. We've been talking about you behind your back today. The COO is in the house today.
Hey, what?
How you doing, honey? Look at her, so pretty. Come on in here, let me see you. Look at you, beautiful. How you doing?
Mom.
I love you.
Love you too.
Love you, baby.
I love you too.
I know you proud of us. We did good today.
I'm so proud of you.
I didn't go
proud
on,
of you all.
I didn't go on a rant today.
You almost did.
Almost. So here's the website right here, Ramon Preston Brands. You can access all of our websites from RamonPreston.com. But just to show you, we have 1, 2, 3, we have 4 collections on there. We're getting ready to add some new items in inventory. This is one of the new items we just added. But we have a next level collection. I don't talk a lot about it, but I wear all of my next level gear. Like when I'm not working, I wear the same black shirts, the same kind of shirts, the same kind of suits, the same kind of shoes and belts. I wear those the same. my accessories. But when it comes to like t-shirts and hoodies and hats, I'm a next level guy. I'm gonna support my brand. So we have next level gear. We have a next level collection. We have a tribe collection. For those of you who are part of our prophetic tribe, we got a tribe collection. We got t-shirts and other gear. We got bags that have information on it about our tribe. J.C. Clancy, that's my mama and grandma's collection. See, I told you we got J.C. Clancy cups. These are the tumblers, but we're gonna add these to the J.C. Clancy collection as well. Because I know once they see them, they're gonna be like, oh my God, give me one of those. Kelly and Siobhan and Britt. We got a J.C. Clancy collection, and then we have my signature collection where the RP, there's the RP.
Make a call.
I do?
Yeah, something on your culture don't talk to you.
Oh, okay. Right now?
Yeah, I guess it's in a situation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll call them. So here's the signature collection. We got the next level. I'm trying to find where my tumblers are. There they are. Bada bing, bada boom. You see them tumblers? There they go. Wow, it ain't coming up. Oh, there it is right here. So you got different colors. What color you got? That one. You got that color. And she got that one. That's the purple one. That's what she has, Pastor. And this is the one I got right here, the black one, the RP. They are solid, like literally, they're solid. And they're insulated. I said titanium, they're stainless steel. Wow, I was off. Okay, but anyway, I love y'all. I hope you enjoyed the show today. Leave some comments, leave some feedback. Send us feedback. And please, if you can, would you go to Google and leave a review? Go to Google. Please go to Google. I'm on Google right now. Type in Ramon Preston Enterprises. Type in Ramon Preston Enterprises right here. You see it? If you type in Ramon Preston Enterprises, I want you to leave a review. I want you to leave a review. How many reviews do we have? We have 6 Google reviews. Thank the 6 people. Thank you. 5.0, 5-star. But I want you to go to Ramon Preston Enterprises and please leave a review. Even if you're not a client, leave a review for something. One of my courses, one of my books, one of my shows, something you learned. Please leave a review. Almost everybody goes to Google to see what are your reviews. So we love y'all. Appreciate you. Same place, same time tomorrow. We will see you right here on the